Welcome, folks. September 16th, Tuesday, we're up $51. And today was a day to study price action. Remember, don't risk any money you can't afford to lose. Do your own research. Always trade on the simulator before going live. Trade with one share to start in real. So today we took 4 trades on APVO. We're green, $51. And look at that, 50% for winning and losing percentage, but our winners were a large bigger than our losers. So on the month, we're up $115. We're within $7 of August, which is a good thing. Second, we might be able to finish out the month green, second month in a row, which is great. So we have positive reports for the year. So got on a little bit late, about 6:10, started looking what was out there, didn't see much. Added APVO, FGI, which had moved quite a bit up, and OPI to the trades watch. OPI didn't fan out, FGI faded away, and APVO started to move. So we went in with a small share size just to start out the day. Remember, like and subscribe, comment below. And what I liked about this setup was the fact that we were so far away from the VWAP and that we had a nice round, actually 2 nice round bellies there. And all the EMAs were pointing upwards, curling upwards. And so I thought, what this is going to do, I think, we got a positive MACDs, good volume, probably going to hit the VWAP there, which is the yellow broken line, and then fall back. So that was my thinking at the time. And reinforced by the fact that over on the level 2 and active trader window, we had a good amount of buyers. They were ranging from 30 to 100 there, as you can see it. So it had good volume, even though it wasn't moving as much as the other one. So there was a lot of price action. So trading heavy. And what we're looking for here was for it to sustain 250 and climb higher. And this was a long trade. But our trade reversal showed 227, so we did get in a little late at 246. And here we are, thinking that it's going to go higher. And that's based on the fact that there's very few other stocks moving. Now, in between there, somewhere before the open, TURB starts to show up, and I think that took volumes away from this stock and took the attention away. And what we're seeing on the market today is more of the same. People, I think, are anxious to see what happens tomorrow with the Fed reports, and they're just being cautious and taking it easy. And in a way, it's a good thing because it makes us slower. We don't have the large amount of stock symbols that are moving up all at the same time, giving us all grief about which one to take. So we continue to study here, and it comes down, but we still think that this is positive and that it can pick itself up. And our loss here isn't great. I mean, it's under $2. So for only 20 shares, it's the price of admission, right? So one of the things that's showing up late is that you lack a little bit of time to be able to draw out your support and resist lines. So I think I eventually do that, and I will add them in. And what I see is uh, support around 205 and then 220 or so. And here our trend reversal indicator says, hey, time to get out because this thing is probably going to go down. And we take a look at Luke was moving up, but we're not convinced. So we go back to APVO. We're still in only for 20 shares. And reversal indicator saying, well, I warned you. But I still like the numbers. The bid numbers on the active trader window were pretty high. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes into the trade. That's something that they should add. Thinkorswim lacks a couple of things. One is the float, information, how much time is left on the current bar. What else? A timer that would track how long you've been in the trade. I wonder. I should look for those scripts, see if they exist. So we're still here. We're not bothered by being under $5. Hardly anything. Like I said, it's the price of admission. Even though all our indicators indicate that the price is going to stay down. And we bought a little high, like I said. So and nothing else was really standing out in the market as of yet. We've got 7 minutes to the open at this time. And I like that volume green candle there. I think that led me to stay in further instead of cutting. And so it looked like this stock around 225 had good support. And we were probably safe holding. But our 5 minutes showed a large red candle there, and I didn't like that, as well as the volume selling down. So we're on the fence. But as we've seen with other stocks, sometimes what happens if you don't hold it long enough, the minute you sell, they move back up. And the numbers kept growing. You see there, 124, 132, 135. I mean, there's a good amount of sellers as well, but nice price action. So right around here, I'm watching TURB, and that's just hit over $6. And I actually went to look at it, and I didn't like it, so I turned away from it. And I returned back to APVO, kept this trade going. I don't remember what I didn't like about TURB. Stock hit almost 19 later in the day. Maybe it was the price. Maybe I was a little bit put off by high price stocks, by double digit price stocks. And I thought that APVO had a chance. So we continue to pay our admission fee here, down by about $5, which isn't that bad. Now TURB begins to hit the gap scanners. And it starts to move up, and TURB takes away, I think, the potential from the APVO, the trade we're in. Now our trendy reversal indicator says, hey, 223 we might go up. So we find a little confidence. We know we're in a good support zone here right before the open. So we're going to watch it into the open. We're very close now. There's no sense in getting out or selling. And these stocks are, of course, rare, long shot, especially when you're below VWAP. One of the things I've tried to do is never trade anything below VWAP, but I've learned that there's a good, those belly patterns that form below VWAP when there is a stock and there is a good number of buyers and sellers, that it has potential to not only reach VWAP, reclaim VWAP, but go much higher. And that's what I saw in this stock. I saw it try to go back up to VWAP, fail, and if it tried once, it's going to go back up. And I think this is the second time it tries, right around 260. And then this is the third time. And now we're in the market open, and where there's going to be a lot more volume as opposed to just whatever's in pre-market. So it starts looking good, except I think TURB started taking all kinds of traffic. And what I didn't like about TURB is I felt that going in and then getting caught in a halt would be a problem. And so I didn't take it. I didn't want to, today I didn't want to deal with halts. And the other thing I wanted to do is stick with one stock and really study and see what it's up to. So we begin to feel confident here that it has held. And we're looking for it to climb back up, possibly back to 250. Even though the last trend reversal says it's going to go down, the volume keeps coming in. So I'm waiting sort of for the 5 minute there, that green bar to overtake the other one. And we get our reversal up. to 27. So right around here, we try to get in. And we're having a hard time getting filled. Try again, finally get filled. So now my thought here is a retest of 260, possibly the VWAP line. And it does hit 260. And what our process should have been was to take the profit there up at the top. Because here it double tops and it starts heading down. But it does pick itself back up again, and we're thinking that it may not drop below 240. And here we had a good win. We hit almost $22 there. And here we go. Oops, no. We had almost $30 profit there. We should have taken it. We didn't. So in here was the first mistake. One, we had a good entry. We studied the price action. We observed it. We bought into support. We went to the high, 260, the second, or the not the high of day, but the second attempt of a 260 of heading VWAP, and we didn't scale out. So that was a problem. But it continues to reclaim. So I mean, you can't lose what you never had. So the fact that it hit 260 again and we didn't sell doesn't mean we lost that money. We're still in at 241, 242. At this point, I know we're down, $7, but I still think that this stock is going to go up. But I also don't want to take a chance of it, turning out to be a really bad red day. So we scale out. Now, I was going to cut this part out, but I decided to leave it in because watch what happens next. So it holds. And not only does it hold, but it starts to reclaim. And this was the move that I was looking for, and I should have held 220 shares there. But like I said, I felt positive, and I felt the possibility of it going higher was there. So we jump in. Now, if we had been holding the other 200 shares, we'd be up 400 shares right now. Now 600 as I added here, as it starts to move up. And here we go. Ooh, we're down. But no, that's okay. It's just heavy price action. And this was good experience for me for what? Because today I got to see all of this on one stock and played it through without distractions from other stocks. If GURB is still up about $6, and if I would have left the stock and moved away, this wouldn't have happened. So we began to reclaim the money we had lost at $22. And there is cause for concern here as it nears VWAP again. Right here, it looks almost like a double top, but the bar hasn't closed yet. And I'm thinking, oh, well, you know, I got my money back and then some, so I should just sell out. But it does continue to move. We had a Scion line there short of $3, probably around 294, that we thought was a possible target. But even now, I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think that high a day was possible. So we're just going to hold it here and we scale out. I think I didn't record the last two trades, but that's how we wind up today. 50 plus bucks is good. We'll wait for tomorrow's report and see what happens. Have a great day, everyone.